Hey Gold Diggers! Kimberly Olsen here for a Facebook group training that hopefully blows your mind, because we're going to talk about the question that I feel like gets people really stuck in their business. And so we want to get clarity around that so you guys can crush it. And that is how to determine your niche and your ideal avatar like a pro. This is this place that we really need to take pause and figure out, because without this, you guys, how can you forge ahead when it comes to your content creation, the value that you're going to put out into the marketplace, who you're going to serve, having that person in your mind's eye, right? When you're doing that post, doing that story, going live, creating your Facebook group, this is literally everything. So if you're feeling stuck right now and you're just like, gosh, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing all the things, right? I'm doing everything my upline says to do or that you say to do, Kimberly, and I feel stuck. I feel lost. I feel overwhelmed, right? That dangerous word, overwhelm. This is probably why. And when I dig in and I'm working with clients, I don't do private coaching anymore, but I coach within our programs. And obviously our coaching team gives me this feedback as well. This is where our students get stuck. And then we work with them to get them unstuck. And that is every time where we see the breakthroughs in their business is when they get through this part, okay? So I'm going to give you a little mini training on it. Obviously, it's a little more in-depth than just a Facebook Live training, but this should be a good launching place for you. So that way you can start to get more clarity, focus, and really be able to connect with people and start getting your ideal avatar in front of you. What's the point of being on Facebook if you're not finding those qualified leads, nurturing them, and obviously closing them into customers, clients, or team members, okay? So this is what I want you to do so I can get some intel. In the comments, I want you to share with me, what niche are you in? Okay, what's your space? Are you in health and wellness? Are you in beauty? Are you a life coach? Do you help moms? Are you an organizer? Are you a financial planner? What's your niche? What space are you in? And then I also want to know, going right along with that, I want to know, who is your ideal avatar? The reason why we use the word ideal is because ideally you work with these people that you get specific on. It's your avatar. This is ideal, knowing that other people will come. So obviously I'm a female, I'm a mom. I talk about helping, women, female entrepreneurs crush their business. But we have gold digger dudes in our program sometimes, not always, it's not common, but there are people that are not my ideal avatar that come along because I'm so clear on who I am and what I have to offer, that they like the clarity. They like seeing that posture, and they say, she can help me. So you're going to find that by getting clear on your avatar and niching down and getting more specific, you're actually going to find that you're going to get more people this way. It's totally counterintuitive, but I'm telling you, it works, okay? So I see health and wellness. I see a lot of health and wellness. I know Amy's in the financial space, helping people work on mind, body, spirit, white collar, Gen X. See, very specific, Amy. She's one of our Business Academy students. Makes sense. But figure out your niche, okay? Your niche is not jewelry or toothpaste or shampoo. That's not a niche, okay? A niche is bigger than that. It's a broader concept, which will allow you the space to serve, okay? You can't serve people when you're just talking about their shampoo. You can serve people when you say, hey, let me help you find products that will work for your hair type because you've got Hot Mess Express going on, or you lost your hair because of babies, or you've lost your hair with thinning, or you need more volume, right? You want clean products. Oh, by the way, I want to make sure I'm serving you, so I'm also going to help you with other beauty related things. I'm going to help you feel beautiful from the inside out. I'm going to help you eat some nourishing foods that can help your skin, right? And help your hair. I'm going to help you learn about this cool supplement that's, you can drink it and it's actually going to help your hair grow thicker. Broaden out what you're doing. So skincare is too specific, Kelly. And Kelly, I'm sure there's a million people that are going to watch this that are thinking the same thing. Skincare. We want to go out a little bit, because when we think of skincare, we think of a product. We think of you selling us skincare. You don't want people to feel sold to. We want to think, how can we serve around skincare? So with beauty is going to encompass anti-aging, right? It's going to encompass clean products. It's going to encompass things that we can do to feel more confident, because we know we feel more confident when we actually, take a shower and put some clothes on and maybe throw our favorite shade of lipstick on or some mascara than when we've, been in the same clothes for 3 days and roll out of bed. Like, obviously, right? For most of us. So that's what that's going to look like for you, is ask yourself, instead of selling a product, how can I flip to thinking about serving? Okay. So this is really, really important. So what I want you guys to do, and this is going to be more me shooting from the hip, pointing in the right direction. And there cannot be anything more important than you pausing and figuring this out. So don't just watch this and be like, okay, yeah, got it, niche. No, you need to actually stop and implement it, so that way you can get the results that you want, okay? All right, so going back to your homework, this is what I want you to focus on. First thing is the niche. I want you to back out of the product and I want you to go bigger. So skincare and makeup, I want you to go bigger. What's bigger than skincare and makeup? Any guesses? Drop it below if you guys know. Beauty. You could do beauty. Now, if you sell skincare and makeup that's clean, so clean beauty, you could do clean beauty. You could also do clean living. So you could work in, everyone's like beauty. See, you've done my trainings before. If you do skincare and makeup, you could go in a different direction. You could do jewelry. So it could be lifestyle for moms. It could be skincare. It could be makeup. It could be hair hacks, right? Like, why shampoo, dry shampoo is every mom's best friend. You could roll in some jewelry, some cute clothing. You could do a lifestyle type group, a mom's group, and work in the skincare and makeup. You could also do a health, kind of a health and wellness type group, because if your skincare and makeup is clean living, clean items, that would go with a clean lifestyle. All things green, right? So it doesn't have to be beauty, but beauty is an example of how skincare and makeup is a product. Beauty is a niche. So ask yourself in confidence. Yes, self-confidence. Good job, guys. So ask yourself, is my niche a product? If your niche is not a product, you have a niche. That should probably help you clarify this a little bit. So you have to back out of it. If you're doing athleisure wear and you're like, oh, well, how do I make a value-based group out of that? You could totally do empowering others, self-confidence, living your best life, how to, show up as the best version of yourself. And you could work that athleisure wear and absolutely along other tips and tricks for a healthy lifestyle to feel your best. You could do that all day, every day. Okay. If you're just promoting your products as a customer group, we are talking about niching for all. So your Facebook profile, your Instagram account, your stories, your Facebook groups. Your niche is not your product. So if I go on your stories right now, I should not see buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Okay. I should see different things all linked together by a common theme, which would be beauty, health and wellness, lifestyle hacks. You have financial stuff. Okay. You have to figure out what that is. Okay. So let's say someone sells a financial service. They're going to talk about other things around finances, budgeting and money hacks and money manifestation, mindset around money. They're going to talk about other things, not just their service, or they're going to be like everybody else. Okay. This is a way for you to distinguish yourself so you can be different. Okay. Yes. So your homework for that part is, I don't want a product for a niche. I want you to be creative here. And I want you to play around with that until you can figure out something that's your niche that is not a product. Okay. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to work on your avatar. So your avatar is somebody who you want to work with. And what's hard is a lot of you guys sell things that are for everyone. Financial services, great example. And I know Amy doesn't mind me using her as an example. Amy's in the financial space. Who needs financial education? Everybody does. Even my kids, they're 5 and 6 and they already understand money. They really, really want money to go to Target and buy things. We're like, yeah, but you also have to save money and get money. But if Amy's trying to sell to my kids and sell her products to my kiddos or to the parents for the kids and teenagers and college students and young 20-somethings, and young couples, and 30 and 40-somethings, and then they're retired, no one's going to hear her message because it's not for them. She's talking to everyone. That's a lot. That's a lot for Amy, and that's a lot for her audience to receive, okay? But if Amy says 45 to 55 hardworking people can't she craft her messaging to that person with that person in mind and work on friend requesting people like that and also hanging in some Facebook groups with people like that? Yes. So now she has clarity on how she's spending her time on social media. But then people go, oh my gosh, I found this Amy Wilson awesome woman who literally she's speaking to me. She actually helps people just like me. That's what she does. That's her specialty. Let's think about that with finances or even your health. Who would you rather do business with? Someone who just kind of knows about it or someone who specializes in exactly what you need? Great example. If you have to get some kind of surgery, like heart surgery, let's say, where are you going to go? You're not going to go to your general practitioner. You're going to find the best heart surgeon that your means can have access to, right? Someone who specializes in heart surgery. It's the same thing. Not as extreme, obviously, but you want to treat it that way because this is your business. So with your avatar, I want you to ask yourself, who is she? Start asking those questions. What is she like? What's her personality like? What are her goals? What are her struggles? What keeps her up late at night? What are her challenges? What would she like to see different in her life? And this is a big one. What does she see? What does she want to see different in her life? Because you should be the answer to that. So going to finances, what they want is they want to be able to retire when they want to retire. They want to be debt free. They want to have money set aside for retirement. They want to enjoy their golden years. Well, Amy is the solution to that. So she can walk through that person in her mind and go, that's who I want to work with. Okay. So for your question, Shay, does an avatar change or should it be permanent? To start, I want you just to start with someone knowing it's probably going to change over time. Because when you start working with people, you're going to get clearer and clearer on who you are enjoying working with. You get to choose who you work with. We get what we focus on. So if you are finding people that you're enjoying working with, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a dream client, or oh my goodness, this customer is like a dream customer. They keep referring me to people. They love the product. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. We have allergies here in Austin, and apparently I'm allergic to oak. I didn't know that, but it's a new thing. Just found out. Super fun. So anyways, start somewhere. And I would actually recommend that you start with someone like you. This is what I like to do. I like to say, okay, wherever you're at, whether you're selling health and wellness products or makeup or whatever it is, thank you, Wanda. What got you to that? Like, was it that you started using the products because you had skin issues and you started using some skincare, or you were aging and you're like, we need to fix this a little bit, right? Why did you start using the products? And then why did you get in the business? And you can have two in mind. So you can think about people that would want to buy your product. And it might be slightly different for the business. For me, I think of the same people because I want their buy-in with the product and knowing that once they see how simple it is, a lot of them are like, I could totally do this business. And a lot of our people come in part-time with the goal of full-time. So I have that in mind. Okay, they love the products and they would love to do this business. It's the same kind of person. But if you want to tweak it a little bit in your mind, you can. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And I think that's why people get stuck is because they don't understand it, or they hear stuff and they're like, I'm going to get it wrong. No, you can't get it wrong. It's your avatar. You get to decide. So if you're completely confused, like you're just like, I don't even know who that would be, start with yourself. When I got into this business, it was because I wanted to quit my corporate job and be home with my kids. And they were 1 and 2. So I was missing all the things. And when I think about my avatar, I think of someone who is in the same situation or came home for maternity leave, staying home with kiddos, and doesn't want to go back to the corporate job. So someone who could have success in the corporate world, but wants to be home. That's my avatar. That's exactly who I want to work with. Okay. And then once you get that figured out, yes, it might change over time. That's totally cool. The other thing to keep in mind, y'all, is that you can have two. You can have one main avatar and a sub-avatar. The sub-avatar is a secondary, it's smaller, it's not your big focal point, but it can be layered in. So let's say you really want to work with young moms who are struggling with baby weight, and you're in the health and wellness space, and you're like, that's my passion. I lost weight with these products, losing baby weight. Like, I want to help moms lose the baby weight. That's my thing. but there's a part of you that also you love how the products are helping people with, let's say, some kind of physical thing. So let's say you love how it really helps people who have really, really severe digestive issues, like big stuff, right? Like IBS, some of those just horrible, nasty things that people experience. And you went through that too, so you have a big passion for it. You can really be spending most of your time talking to that mom with the baby weight. You're putting content together for her to, some easy workouts at home, simple recipes, like you're focused on mom and baby weight. And then a little bit of the time you're working in some stuff around beating the bloat, healing the gut, repairing the digestive system. That could be your second avatar, okay? So you want one main one though. You don't want a bunch of avatars. It's confusing to yourself, it's confusing to others. One main avatar, that's where you're focusing on, and then a sub avatar, okay? Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.